It'll go back to the Vikings.
I believe it's our
Actually, it'll go to Tennessee, or go to Virginia High, that is. Lockhart checks out, and in comes Madison Campbell.
Well, how many fouls? Do you have how many fouls Kerrigan has? She's been sitting out a long time.
Kerrigan's got one, I believe.
Okay.
I'm not totally sure. Again, it's hard to tell on this scoreboard. At Virginia High, we'd see them all, whenever they came in. But timeout called by Tennessee High. They lead 20-10. Again, the timeout brought to you by State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol.
Yeah, I just right now, I said I don't know how. I mean, we've turned the ball over, and we haven't looked comfortable right now. But we're only down by 10. We haven't played well. If we can just settle, if we could break the press a couple times, get some points, that's going to get them out of the press. Right now, they're pressing us because we're having trouble with it. Get out of it, get a couple baskets, make them get out of it, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting to the point now. I mean, the timeout clock's on right now, so I can't remember how much time really is left in this half. But we're getting to the point now, we haven't had a lot of penalties or fouls called on us here in the second period compared to the first. So defense has cleaned it up a little bit, and they've adjusted.
The interesting thing to be watched here, we're at 6. If we can get that to 7, that'll be the interesting thing to watch. Will they swallow their whistle right now to prevent us from going to like a bonus? They're letting them up. I will admit this. I felt like the last few minutes here, they left both teams play a little bit. So it'd be interesting they continue to let that happen.
So 20-10. There's 4:47 to go until half.
I thought it was not our ball.
I think it was. I think the arrow was actually pointing toward Tennessee High though during the open. I think they just called the timeout. There's a 3 in the corner, missed. Offensive board though goes to Tennessee High, and a block down underneath. Taylor Owens comes up with it, and jump ball go to the Cats. As they'll come out with, at least they end up with it here, but the jump ball will send it back to Tennessee High.
And that's the difference right now. Tennessee High can afford to play aggressive. We can't. We can't go for those jump balls like that right now.
Maya Lee trying to dribble through traffic. She gets off of a defender, now driving. A little bit of contact there. Virginia High fans wanting a foul, don't get it. 10-6, the foul differential again as it's getting a little closer. There's Campbell from 3, and she missed to the left side of the backboard, and here comes Minor dribbling it after getting the board. Owens comes down and just slaps the ball out, but they call her for a foul. We'll see how many that is on her. I believe that's 2 or 3 on Taylor Owens. I'm
telling you, he will get teed up tonight. I mean, you can't – there's no way you can play a game when it's that lopsided. I mean, there's context, all sorts of contact down there. You don't get the call, and down here we bump into a girl. It's a call.
Minor goes to the line. She makes that one, and it's 21-10 as they'll make a substitution. Tennessee High Fritz will check out, and back out on the floor is Hatcher.
I believe Coach Tim took his tie off here, so it'll be interesting. We've had a fan kicked out.
It's been a wild first half if you're just tuning in. 22-10, Cats trailing, but again, it's the foul differential being the difference to this point. Nobody able to get in rhythm, either team. Amaya Lee tries to put up a floater and misses short, and Minor comes down with it. Lee trying to play some defense, trying to avoid. She got the dance out of the way.
There's still 4 minutes left.
4 minutes to go into halftime. It's a 12-point lead for Tennessee High. We'll see if the Cats can dig in here and get a stop.
I mean, I believe we've done a pretty good job against Addison Minor here. We can't fall for that. They want to drive in. Don't get them the easy layups there.
Rhodes misses inside. Owens comes down with the board, and Owens trying to dribble up the floor. She gets it off to Lee. Lee with it back out to Owens, top of the key. Owens driving left hand, gets inside, and there's a foul. And it will go against Tennessee High. It'll go against
Addison
Minor. And that's who you got to get in foul trouble early.
So how many do you have?
It'll pop up here. Yeah. That's her first, according to the ref. So
that's her first.
And Owens has 3. So I just saw that on the scoreboard. So Taylor Owens with 3 fouls. The first free throw good from Owens. 22-11. They've cut it to a half. The differential of what Cats have.
Like you were saying, we have to be smart here. You said Taylor has how many?
3.
Allie's back in. She has 2. Amaya has 2. We got to be smart here. And that's hurting us rebound-wise because we're scared to go up for that rebound and the jump ball because we might get called for a foul.
22-12 as she makes a second. Virginia High trying to claw back into it again after all the whistles blown there in the first period and all the fouls that were racked up on them. But now they've got 7 fouls on Tennessee High. Just forced a turnover there. I'm not going to say it was forced. I'll say an unforced error there.
But again,
Turnover goes to Tennessee High. The ball will go to the Cats.
Again, what we need to do is make them keep the ball outside the perimeter. They're not comfortable there. They want to get it inside, so don't go for the pump fake.
Taylor Owens will check out, and Lauren DeLeon will be back in. She's got 2 fouls as Amaya Lee tries to dribble through pressure. Gets it back out. Sidnor trying to drive, dishes it back out. Campbell, and she did take an extra step there before she kind of set up like she was going to shoot and then had a second guess, and she traveled. Turnover. Right there, you got to turn over on this end, and then you go back on the other side and can't take advantage.
Got to convert, got to get points.
10-point difference. Vikings with the lead, and timeout called by Tennessee High coach Thad Lambert in his first year.
And, you know, the issue, if you're a kid from Virginia High right now, if you're one of those girls, you feel the pressure of the world on you because you feel like the officials calling every little thing. The other side, you feel like, hey, they're getting away with a little bit of things that somehow they're missing it, they're not seeing it. So right now, again, it's 22-12. We're down by 10. But I'll be honest with you, we've probably had the worst half of basketball that we've seen all year, and we're still only down by 10. And Taylor hit 3 threes in the first few minutes last night. So, Jada could hit a few. So we can get right back in this game in no time. Just got to stay poised here and just play defense, get a turnover, get some points.
And the foul difference right now is starting to be a little bit less important, but it's going to add up in the second half like you said. But right now in the first half, you sort of play a little bit more free maybe for these final 3. We'll see what they end up doing as the Vikings start with the ball here, working it around. Minor tries to throw it across court. An open look for Richards. She missed. Minor comes down with it and gets the basket. 24-12.
I mean, that's a mismatch right now. We got a guard trying to play their best post player, which we got to do what we have to do.
Now Campbell, 3 left wing. Got it.
That's a big basket right there.
Cuts it back to 9.
Now get a stop right here. That's a big basket. About 2 minutes left.
It's 24-12, but there, Jada Campbell able to answer with the 3. 9-point lead.
Look for them to try to go low. They do have a mismatch right now.
This is Hatcher driving. Good defense there, but nobody boxed out on the backside. Amaya could have boxed out Lynn-Lee Rhodes, and she didn't, and she put it back in.
We can't allow those rebounds.
Maya comes back down with it, nearly lost it. Campbell wide open look from the left corner, and it rattled out. DeLeon had a chance at the offensive board. It bounced off, and the Vikings control it. That's Hatcher coming up the floor. They try to push it down. They get it inside Minor. No one was on her, and DeLeon fouled her on the miss. So that's 3 fouls now on Lauren. And it's 26-15, and Addison Minor goes to the line, and they'll try to extend the lead. The Vikings will. It's got to be close to 12, 13 fouls. I think it was the first one in a while, though, on the Cats as Minor misses the first. And, again, we don't have a statistician up here with us, but, I mean, if they hit every free throw that they've had tonight, they'd be up by 15 plus.
So, again, like I said, consider how bad of a first half this has been for us. We're still in this game.
Minor lines up. Second free throw goes straight through. 27-15 with 1:50 to go until half. Lee will try to dribble it up, try to get some points here for the Cats. Trying to work off a screen at half court. And dribbles it out. Ball's loose on the floor. Sidnor fell for it, but luckily didn't get the call as the two of them got kind of tripped up there on each other. 27-15, and now after the turnover, here come the Vikings, and they turn it over going back this way near the basket. Good defense there by Brianna Owens, and the ball goes out.
I tell you what I would do right here. They have 4 of their players on this side. Let's run like 2 down there at the other end and get it down to the other end quick. You got to get them out of this.
Yeah, they're trying to trap right off the inbounds now. As Sidnor tries to get it out, she gets it to Cooper in the right corner. Sidnor back with it again on the right wing. There's Lee with it, top. She's going to take the shot, a long 3, and misses, and Minor comes down with the board. 27-15 as Tennessee High tried to push it in transition and threw it over the head and out of bounds. Turnover again, and let's see what the Cats could do here. 1:10 to go until half.
I mean, right now they're killing us on the boards.
And that's something you can't have when you're already down anyway.
Yeah.
Got to get those second chances. Lee's trying to dribble it up through a double team. Ball's loose on the floor. Brianna Owens tried to get a tie up. She was able to knock it off of a Tennessee High defender, and the ball stay with the Cats. That's a big play there. In a game where you're struggling to even get shots up, and you got to get, anytime you get an extra possession out of something, as Lee tries to dribble it up near the free throw line, back out. Jada Campbell dribbling, spin move at the line, and she'll throw it to the right wing to Lee. Sidnor trying to drive, and a good pass in between the legs of one of the Tennessee High defenders. They call a foul on Aaron Walker, and that'll send Sidnor to the line in the final 47 seconds. See if the Cats can get a couple of fouls called on the Vikings here, some cheap ones maybe right here at the end of the half.
Well, we gotta. I hope I don't jinx her here, but we gotta make these. Gotta make them count.
So Sidnor goes to the line. First free throw up and in. Got it. Of course, Allie last year had the second most 2-point field goals on the team for the Cats as she made them both here, and it cuts it back to a 10-point lead for Tennessee High. 47 seconds to go until half. We'll see how the Vikings opt to play it out here. They'll try to get it back to their main ball handler. That's Hatcher. Good defense there for the Cats. Sidnor comes up with a steal. Cats got numbers in transition. Sidnor driving, right hand, got it. They cut it to 8, 27-19.
Get a stop right here. Either make them hold the ball or get a stop right here.
22 seconds to go. Coach Timmons clapping his hands, asking for a stop here at the final 18 seconds. And you're right, Lockhart trying to go up against Minor. Minor spin move right hand, and Lockhart couldn't stay on her. Still got 10 seconds. It's 29-19. Lee trying to push. There's 8 seconds left. Campbell, left wing three, short. Sidnor nearly had the board. There's 2 seconds left. And that'll end the half. They won't even get a shot off, but a 9-point or a 10-point game now, 29-19 as we head into the halftime intermission. The Cats trailing Tennessee High. But again, all in all, you've got to, what do you tell the girl? We'll get to that here in a minute, but if you're Coach Timmons, what are you thinking right now? You've got your tie dangling out of your pocket. You've done quit on the tie for tonight. What are you thinking right now before you talk to the girls?
Well, I think for Coach Timmons, he's going to take a slow walk in there right now, and he's going to get his composure a little bit. It is frustrating, but I think he's going to tell, that's probably the worst half of basketball we've seen from us all year, and we're going to get our chance. We're only down by 10, and everything that possibly could have went wrong in that first quarter went wrong for us, and we're only down by 10, so we're fine. And even that little minute right there, we put some pressure, we get a steal, we get 2 points. We get 4 or 6 points just like that. So we got to get some stops now. What we have to do, we have to be able to rebound the ball. I believe Addison Minor right now is killing us on the boards right now. We got to be able to rebound. And I know he'll tell them, hey, don't go for – Michaela Richards is their three-point shooter. Aaron Walker might throw up a three every now and then, but don't go for the pump fake. They want to go inside.
So the Cats trail 29-19 here in this girls varsity edition of the VT game. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back for the halftime report. We'll summarize the first half, go look at some game trends, and talk about some adjustments that need to happen for the Cats to come back in this one. They trail by 10. We'll be right back on Bearcat Radio.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week, she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Whoa, long time no see. It's me, the Rock t-shirt in the back of your closet. Dude, remember? You crowd surfed in me, man. But you haven't worn me in like forever. I get it, you're retired, but I still got some rock left in me. So take me to Goodwill, where I can really make a difference.
Your donations to Goodwill create jobs, training programs, and education assistance for people in your community. To find your nearest donation center, go to goodwill.org. Donate stuff. Create jobs. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Bearcat Basketball on Spreaker Radio, the official internet home of Virginia High Athletics.
Hey y'all, I'm Blake Shelton. I love that country music connects people all over this great nation, but unfortunately so does something else, childhood hunger. 15 million children struggle with hunger in America. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks works to rescue our surplus food to help provide billions of meals to families in need across the country. Join the fight against hunger at feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket.